What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jimmy Does Coasters. Today we're looking at all the coaster news you missed in May. And buckle up because there's a lot and we're moving fast. And obviously I'm going from the least important headlines to the biggest headlines at the end, so stay tuned. Since Six Flags' previous CFO stepped down earlier this month, they have named a new one, Ash Walia, who previously was CFO for Hot Topic magazine. Over in Pennsylvania, Hershey Park raised some eyebrows on May 23rd when it announced, without a reason, that it would close a few hours early that day. For a Saturday and Memorial Day weekend, that's a little odd. Looming in the background were labor disputes with many of their skilled laborers like ride mechanics and electricians, with rumors of a strike circling. So that just added to the tension. But luckily it sounds like things have been resolved, or else that would have really crippled Hershey Park's summer season. Magic Mountain was closed for multiple hours on May 11th following a bomb threat they received, multiple actually, so that was pretty scary. Luckily it panned out to be nothing and they opened later in the afternoon. The Great American Revolution at Magic Mountain turned 50 this month, so this was the world's first traditional looping coaster and at one point the world's tallest coaster. To celebrate it, it returned to its classic name and Ace did a big party. And one of this year's most anticipated rides, Fast and Furious Hollywood Drift, is picking up the pace with testing, now running trains right after each other and running with headlights at night. It's looking like its opening is just around the corner. You might have ridden Soarin over California at Disney's California Adventure or the equivalent at Epcot. For America's 250th birthday, these flying theater rides will get a new movie to fly through, Soarin over America. It should be pretty cool to see which parts of America and its history they choose to showcase. Alrighty, over at Islands of Adventure, high payers are angry and low payers are cheering as it was announced that Hagrid's motorbike adventure would no longer be included in the Universal Express, their Skip the Line pass. From what I remember, this was originally not included to keep the line flow consistent and fast, then it caused a stir when they added it, and now we're back to one experience for all. The classic car ride at Disneyland, California is getting a technical makeover as Disneyland announces they're planning to not have gas engines for the cars by 2027. Alrighty, this is a fun one. A big controversy at Cedar Point after opening weekend was that apparently the updated trains for Millennium Force came back with seatbelts much smaller than the park had asked for. And the seatbelt needs to buckle in order for you to be allowed on the ride, per safety rules obviously. And apparently someone with a 34-inch waist even said he was kicked off of the ride because it wouldn't close. To make matters worse, the test seat at the entrance of the ride still had the old seatbelt, so people that fit in the test seat were still kicked off the ride after waiting however many hours to ride the ride. So that pretty much excludes like a majority of people from riding the ride, it feels like. This seems like a mistake though, and Cedar Point said they will fix this. And probably my favorite headline this month, because who would have guessed this string of words paired together? A man has been banned for life while recording himself eating a full pack of chicken nuggets throughout the entire Millennium Force circuit at Cedar Point. And so they obviously didn't like people eating chicken nuggets with sauce on the roller coaster, and he's not coming back anymore. So 2 pieces of drama surrounding Millennium Force this month. And just to add more fire to this story, McDonald's decided to capitalize on the publicity, and now for a limited time at all locations in Ohio, they're going to be selling a special edition Millennium Nuggets. Just kidding, that's a fake headline. The chicken nuggets thing did happen though, but McDonald's isn't selling them. Islands of Adventure is wasting no time in demolishing their Lost Continent area to make way for a new planned but unannounced themed area. Any guesses to what that would be? Put it in the comments. At Dollywood, their new dark ride water coaster, Nightflight Expedition, though set to open in spring 26, looks like it's going to be quite a bit behind schedule, seeing that not even the track is fully assembled and there's still supposed to be a lot of heavy theming added, so hopefully this can still open sometime in the summer. The first Zamperla Double Heart coaster is fully assembled now at Lot World, I think, in South Korea. Tell me in the comments if that's wrong. This seems like an exciting alternative to the premier Skyrocket coaster, so if it turns out well, we're probably going to see a lot of clones coming to the US soon. Just a heads up before the next one, I plan on making one of these videos every month covering all the coaster news, so if you are enjoying this and want to see the next one, it would mean a lot if you liked and subscribed. That would also help me keep making these videos and keep you in the loop for coaster news, rankings, park improvements, footage, and everything else coaster. Thank you. On Saturday, May 16th, Six Flags over Texas had a massive power outage, causing pretty much everything to close down and forcing guests to evacuate the rides. I especially feel bad for the people who had to walk down all the way the lift hill of Titan, which was a 245-foot descent for them. And funny enough, I was actually in Colorado at Glenwood Caverns the same day, and the park also closed down early for a citywide power outage. What are the odds of that? Alrighty, on Galveston Island at the Pleasure Pier Park on their famous Iron Shark roller coaster, a bunch of students got stuck on the vertical lift hill for over 4 hours before they were rescued. So that was recently, who knows what went wrong, but that must have been pretty freaky. So a lot of people were really confused and frustrated after several parks in the Six Flags chain canceled their Holiday in the Park events last year. Well, they finally announced they are attempting to right their wrongs and bring it back. It has been at least confirmed to return to Six Flags Over Georgia and Six Flags Great Adventure, so congratulations to you guys. The trains have arrived and are on the track for Montezooma's Revenge at Knott's Berry Farm. They do have comfort colors, so it looks like they're sticking with the original plan to have forward and backward launch options. Theming has also improved significantly in the last month, and hopefully they start testing soon so we can ride this thing. You may have heard that there's a new park opening up on the side of the Lake of the Ozarks in Missouri. This park, Oasis at Lakeport, has finally seen construction go vertical for one of their roller coasters, Shootout. The park is supposed to open before the end of this year, so we'll see how that goes with their timeline. Magic Mountain's work on the reimagined kids area, Looney Tunes Land, is set to fully open on June 6. We saw the removal of 2 kiddie roller coasters for this, so we'll see how this turns out and see if it was worth it for the overhaul. Over in New Jersey, the Shoreline Pier area at Great Adventure is coming along awesome as all the flat rides are pretty much assembled now, and it looks like opening is just around the corner. And their Project Purple is chugging along, looking pretty similar to last month but with some more launch sections installed and putting some work into that tower. We also just found out that this is going to be one of the top 5 tallest roller coasters in the world. The 5th tallest operating coaster in the world right now is Steel Dragon 2000 at Nagashima Spa Land, so this is going to be at least taller than that, which is 318 feet tall. Finally, Lex Luthor Drop of Doom at Magic Mountain is open again. So this closed down for maintenance a few months ago, suspiciously close to the announcement that Superman wouldn't reopen. And since Drop of Doom operates on the side of Superman, it's good to officially have this one open again as the tallest operating drop tower in America. Universal has been working on a kids resort featuring a few coasters too for a while now in Frisco, Texas, and they have officially announced that it will finally open on July 1st, just in time for the 4th of July weekend. After more than 10 years of running just one track at a time, Great America in Chicago has announced that American Eagle will race again. This is for a limited time to celebrate the park's 50th anniversary, so you can race it from June 20th to August 9th, and after that, who knows. Over at Carowinds in North Carolina, they've been teasing their next big attraction for a while now with the slogan, "What's in the Woods?" And finally, they're going to make a big announcement on June 8th, so keep your head on the swivel for that. People expect it to be a record-breaking water coaster, according to what corporate said before, in the cleared plot of land next to Fury 325, but we'll see in a few days how that holds up. I think we had suspected this would happen for a while, but it's official. Desperado, the huge roller coaster at Buffalo Bills Resort between California and Nevada, will probably never open again. Buffalo Bills, along with several other properties in that state line area, have been set to permanently close. It's a bummer. Desperado will always be the one that got away from me. On May 30th in Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, Verbolten, their half dark ride, half roller coaster ride, has opened to the public as with a new reimagined theming and is now called Verbolten Forbidden Turn. So it's got some new theming. I've heard it's pretty fun. Some people like the original better, but a lot of people think they stepped up their game. You should go and look up the POV because it's out now. And you can finally take a deep breath and relax until next year, because in an earnings call, the Six Flags CEO John Riley said that there will be no more parks sold from the chain this year. I think there are a few parks we all suspect won't be a part of the chain in a few years, with many of them lacking park presidents right now, but nothing official is going to happen at least until next year. Some exciting news from RMC is that they have announced that a Raptor is coming to the United States in 2027, and the iBox track model of the hybrid coaster is going overseas in 2027, but their first ever model of the Wild Moose has been sold to an unknown park in the United States. The Wild Moose is basically a hybrid coaster's pre-lift section on steroids for families. They've made a post saying, "The moose is on the loose." People are already trying to guess which park this is going to, so where do you think it's going? Rock and Roller Coaster starring the Muppets officially opened on May 26th at Disney's Hollywood Studios in Orlando. Same roller coaster, just got theming and music changes from AC/DC to the Muppets. Tormenta Rampaging Run, the new record-breaking dive coaster at Six Flags over Texas, has officially begun testing. Its first train ran through the full circuit on May 27th, so we just have a few big layers of testing to go through before we finally get to ride this thing. Finally, Flying Fox, the Vekoma suspended family coaster at Kentucky Kingdom, officially opened to the public for rides on May 28th, and it looks awesome. This follows the story of Kentucky local legend Jeb Fox and has an awesome layout kids and adults can enjoy. And in my opinion, the big winner of this month is Six Flags Fiesta Texas, who just announced on the first blue moon in years their record-breaking new roller coaster, Werewolf Gorge. This is going to be a one-of-a-kind family coaster. It's multi-launch, over 4,100 feet of track, the world's longest family coaster with 4 launches, a swing launch through a barn, I think 32 airtime moments, and a very heavily themed area. This is a big win for Six Flags Fiesta Texas, and I think it's going to be just as exciting for adults as it is for kids, and I think it's going to be one of their most popular rides. You know, people were hoping that we'd maybe get something more high thrill, high intensity, but I think this is a good move for the park overall. So congratulations to them, and I hope construction goes very smoothly so that this thing can get up quick. Alrighty, that's a wrap on all the most significant coaster news for May. If I missed anything, let me know in the comments. But like I said earlier, I'm going to be doing one of these every month, recapping all the news that you missed. So if you want to stay tuned for that, make sure you subscribe. And if you like the video, it would help out the channel, I think. I don't really know, but I hear that's good. Thanks again for sticking around. I appreciate it. Go ride some roller coasters.